Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your new moon and Cancer message. It is a general collective reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Well, for you, Sag, the new moon in Cancer is going to affect you two different ways. For many of you, this will begin a 4 to 5 month reset when it comes to your finances, particularly those of you where maybe you have shared finances with another individual. It's also a time period where you're going to look over your debts, make some payment plans, clear those out of the way. By the time you get to the end of the year, you're looking at your investments more carefully. And there's also something here about like psychologically healing your relationship to money, or the way money plays a role in your relationships. Like maybe in the past you were drawn to people who like made a lot of money or offered you financial security, or maybe that was you in connections, but it's like moving forward, wanting more like heart-based or emotional connections, as opposed to people who can just like keep a roof over your head. So let's see where we go with this for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Tell me more about their new moon in Cancer message. This is like wanting true, deep intimacy in your relationships, particularly your romantic partnerships. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. Yes, you will be going deep on this one, no doubt about it. Bottom of the deck, breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Some of you, it's possible that like you were the main breadwinner or the sole provider, or you were with someone who was the main breadwinner or they were the sole provider. Maybe that's like the only reason that that person was with you, or maybe the only reason you were with that person. And I think you're going to break trail on that. So regardless of which end there that you're on, I feel like that is changing for you moving forward. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you. You're going to become more financially responsible, more financially independent. You're not going to seek financial care from others. Obviously, you probably will want a partner who can provide as well as you do. But at the heart of it, I think what you're looking for are people in your life who are grounded and who are solid and who are nurturing to you. I have a feeling I have a group of you here where your partners in the past weren't very emotionally nurturing to you. Maybe even the current partner that you're with. And this isn't just even about love. This is just, who do you surround yourself with friends and family? Are there just people because they're affluent or they're related to you? So it's just like it's a connection in name only. Do they really nurture you? I feel like that's what you're going to be assessing moving forward. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the High Priestess. That's really going within. The Eight of Wands and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups. This is what I think you're assessing. Situations, environments, connections in your life. Do they really make you emotionally content? What is the purpose of them? And I think you're going to go deep on this one. Tell me more about that High Priestess card. Tell me more about that High Priestess card. We'll take it. The Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman. There's a feeling here of looking at connections differently and realizing that maybe you were sabotaging yourself from like true emotional contentment because you connected with people, I don't want to say for all the wrong reasons, but for reasons that no longer align to you. Like, oh, I'm just going to keep talking to you because you're my sibling or my cousin. But those connections no longer resonate with you, or they're not emotionally fulfilling, or they're family and Facebook name only, you know, that kind of feeling. You're looking around at your social circle and you're like, am I only with these people because I once upon a time worked with them, or because they're affluent? Do these people really nurture me? Are they as spiritual as I am? Are they growing the way I'm growing? And then it's possible for some of you where you, again, like you had or you're currently with a partner, but there's no emotional contentment there. Seven of Swords to the Ten of Cups. It's like, I'm just there for the financial stability. There's really no emotional fulfillment in that connection anymore. So I think you're going deep on this one, Sag. I think you're realizing on how maybe you shortchanged yourself over the years by connecting to certain people. And I just think moving forward, there's a different Sagittarius collective. I think the type of people you will draw into your life, professional, platonic, and romantic, will be very different. Like, I think you'll most likely end up, if not working for yourself, but if you're working for others, it's like the mission or the purpose or the vision of the company is really going to have to resonate to who you are on a soul level. It's like, I don't want to just work for anyone for a paycheck anymore. So I think you're going deep on this one. I think if you're single, your next romantic partner is different. I think it's someone who's more emotionally in tuned and maybe not, well off or well known. But I think you're looking for heart-based connections. I think you've been missing it for a while. Tell me about that Eight of Wands, because you're moving forward. Once you figure this out, I think you're going to move on from those types of connections. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands. That's a card discovery. Chariot, moving on, and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. I think this has been a very difficult chapter here for you. But I think in retrospect, and I think that's sort of the feeling that I get here, it's like this is giving me like Four of Cups feeling, even though it's the grounding card, because it's like just someone sitting under a tree and reflecting. And I think as you reflect on these connections, that's when the breakthrough is at hand. Yes, that's when the transformation here takes place. And I think what you realize is I've been connected to people for all the wrong reasons, either superficial reasons or financial reasons, but they don't emotionally fulfill me. If anything, they become an emotional burden, right? Because they're not fulfilling you. So then it becomes like heavy or difficult to interact with those types of people. So I think as you discover this more and more, and you go deep, I think you will be moving on from these types of connections. Strength. And maybe these are connections that in the past you never thought you would move on from. Tell me about strength. One more shuffle. Thank you. Strength, clarified by the Eight of Cups. I told you, you're going to do it. King of Swords and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. I think this ends up becoming a very logical decision for you, that I stayed in connections with people that emotionally depleted me or didn't emotionally nurture me, and I stayed in it for all the wrong reasons. And in retrospect, I had a hand in sabotaging my own ability to be happy. And I think you're breaking out of that. I really do. Anything else that you need to know about this? I'd like to get 3 cards for the financial aspect, because a lot of you over the course of next probably 5 to 6 months, between now and the super full moon in Cancer on December 23rd. I'm looking around for Samuel. I thought I just heard him. I think what you'll have is some change here in terms of money, like investments or debts or maybe income. So can I get 3 cards for finances for Sagittarius for the next couple of months? Can I get 3 cards on their finances? Even if you're a business owner, thank you. Even if you're a business owner, it might be like the product or service that you provide, it no longer resonates with you. It might make a good income, but you're like no longer happy doing it. So you may change up your business model or start offering products or services that truly resonate with who you are now, because as you change, now the business model changes as well. 3 cards for finance. One more shuffle. Thank you. In regards to finance, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, that's the Truth, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. Whether you are employed by someone else or you are self-employed, this to me is screaming like, I want to connect with people on a financial level that they share my my values. That's the feeling that I get here. Like, I want to be able to make coin, like connecting with people that share my values, working with people, working for people that resonate with me. Again, there's a shared mission, vision, values. I think that's what you are manifesting. And if you're a business owner, I think you're going to change up some of the products or services that you offer, because maybe what you're currently doing, again, at some point in time, it resonated with who you are, but as you're changing, the products or service will change. And this is huge financial manifestation abilities here for you, Sag. Even investments. Like if you're retired and you have investments, you might be like, I don't want to invest in that stock anymore. You know, I don't resonate really with that company, or that company's mission or vision or values no longer speaks to me. So I'm going to move my money in a different stock, you know, maybe support another industry or another company that resonates more with me. So this is definitely changing how you make money. Again, whether it's through investments, or you're a self-proprietor or a business owner, or you're employed by someone else, this is definitely wanting to make money through what moves you on an emotional and a spiritual level, and not just how much, you know, how much money that company provides for you, or how much money the public pays you for your product. In terms of connections, can I get 3 cards in terms of connections here for the next couple of months for Sagittarius? Because that's changing as well. And that's a lot of healing. That's healing a part of yourself where you're realizing you connected to people for all the, you know, maybe not wrong reasons, but reasons that no longer resonate with you. One more shuffle. Thank you. For your connections, we have the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Ace of Wands. That's exactly what you're going to do. Emperor at the bottom of the deck. You will be walking away from connections that leave you emotionally vacant or emotionally void. And this is a decision you're making. It's like it's almost like I want connections that speak to my soul, that are exciting, that nurture me on an emotional level, not just provide a roof over my head, or it's the friend that's got the nice house on the hill type of thing. So you're changing here. You're changing your relationship to money and your relationship to people, where you have some type of shared resource with them. Again, they provide for you, or you provide for them, or you make money through them somehow. So you're changing your relationship to money at the end of the day. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. Thank you. We have the Knight of Wands. And again, the Knight of Wands has a mission. The Knight of Wands has a mission and a purpose, and it's someone who's passionate about that mission and purpose. The Knight of Wands, Justice, and the Empress. There you go, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. I think that's what you're doing. I think this is like your way of seeking financial justice or financial harmony in your life. It's like, I have to connect to people now on an emotional level, and that's going to radically change how you make money, the type of people you bring into your life. I think you're going to connect with people moving forward that nurture an aspect of yourself that your past connections did not nurture. You know, the Empress is someone who's abundant, and they're fertile, and they're loving, and they're nurturing. But the Empress likes to be loved and nurtured in return. And I think what you're looking for is you're equal. You're equal at work. You're equal in your friend circle. You know, you're equal in a romantic partner. And that's a direction I see you going in. Any type of superficial connections, I think you're going to see them as Page of Cups, providing very little emotional fulfillment for you. And I feel like they don't make the cut. Let's get you a Moonology card here to close out your reading. One more shuffle. Thank you. Bring love into this situation. New Moon in Aquarius, I told you. This is, I need to be nurtured. I've nurtured everyone for a long time. Now I need to be nurtured. I don't just need you to have a nice job, or, you know, to provide a roof over my head, or to buy my product or service. I want you to love me. I want you to love my product and service. I want you to love what I do for your company, not that I'm just another cog in the machine here in your corporation. So I think this is huge for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have be bold and make the first move, Cardinal Moon. I think you will be making the first move first. I feel like there's like a going deep here. And figuring all this out for yourself. And I would expect a drastic change here in how you make money and the types of people you connect with in regards to money by the end of the year. But it all begins now with this like inner deep dive, if you will, that begins with the new moon in Cancer on July 14th. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Also, if you're interested in watching the collective new moon in Cancer reading that's posted on Patreon, I will leave information for you pinned to the comment section below, so you can find us over there. But if not, that's quite all right. I'm sure I'll be reading for you again here on YouTube very soon. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.